Is going to be a video review of the Polder, oh wow, the lighting reflection, the Polder 7-piece kitchen brush and sink set. And I picked this up at the old Costco. There's the item number. What is that? 1050071. Okay, so why did I buy this thing? I bought it because it was on sale. Honestly, I bought it because it's on sale. And you're going to see my messy sink in a minute. Haven't cleaned in a couple days so that I could make the video. So what do I normally use when I clean the sink? I'm trying to find the brush. There's a brush in the sink right now. You'll see it later. But I have a brush kind of like this, but it's really old. And it's kind of time to discard it now. You know, these brushes are great. They're really good for cleaning, but they get a lot of dirt in them, and they just become nasty, and the bristles wear out after a while. So this is a bottle brush. That's the other brush I have is a bottle brush, and I also have a square brush. So this was a good deal. The whole package set, you just can't beat it. Now, as far as this is a soap dispensing scrub brush. I bought something like this at Bed Bath & Beyond, and this cost like about $9 or $8 or $9, I think, maybe $5 or $6. Who knows? It cost a lot of money. And I love it. You can see the soap is in there. I love it, and you just squeeze it and the soap comes out. But this has got it in the brush, so this is kind of nice. And it's something that I think I will get into. And it comes with an extra brush. This has got a scouring thing, so we all use our sponges. But these are, when you mess with these for a while, these are actually really kind of cool to wash dishes with. It makes washing dishes a little more fun and a little easier. And then we've got this thing over here. Now, let's compare the size of the two. Look at the difference in size between what I spent a lot of money on at the BBB and this thing. So that's a good deal when you buy it in the package. And then we have a pop-up sink strainer and stopper. Now, I don't know if that's going to work on my... It will probably work on a standard sink. I would love to have something that's going to work on my disposal side, because I really don't have anything that protects it. So I'm going to unbox this thing, and then we're going to there we go, the bottle brush, the sink strainer, 4.3 inch diameter, fits standard sink openings. You got a replacement sponge. You can buy these replacement things usually in the store, but even if you can't, just the fact that I'm getting this and a replacement brush, this and a replacement brush, and this thing, which is going to be neat to use. It's a really good deal overall. It's just a very good deal, and I'm sure it's going to last a long time. And even if it didn't last a long time, it's still just a great deal. So I'm going to open this stuff up now. Hey, if you like my videos, let's make all my videos go viral. That's the whole point of being a YouTube creator, is making lots of videos and putting commercials on them so that everybody can leave comments and complain. So do that thumbs up, the subscribe, the like, share. What does everybody else say? So you do the share. If you want to donate to my channel, ask for my PayPal info so you can leave me some assistance to help me out. If you have a product you want me to review, if I can get a hold of it, I will do the review. So I'm going to pop this thing off in a minute. Don't ever do what I did, which is cutting towards your fingers. So I'll be back in a minute, and you can watch my nasty sink as I clean. Alright people, this is going to be a really long video. I have lots of dishes that I have stored in here for 2 days. Not really a lot. So what I did, I filled this thing up with some soap. We're going to test it out. Kind of like what I told you about this one that I bought. Is this really made by the same company? This is weird. This looks like it's on an angle. Is this on the right way? Yeah, I guess it's on the right way. It's kind of on an angle, so it's confusing when you look at it. It's a really big brush, and I like that. And I think it's a very cool thing that Costco is carrying this. And we're going to test that out in a minute. I hope you're going to be watching the whole video. Come on, people. You got nothing else to do at night except sit here and watch a video of me washing my dishes. This fills up over here, which I didn't know how it was going to fill up. But you got this little tang, and you pull your tang back, and you fill it up with some soap over here. And this is really cool. This is very cool. So maybe for people that have arthritis, or they don't want to be holding onto a nasty sponge. But I'll tell you, just using this thing over the last year or so, it just makes washing dishes a lot easier. And then we get this scrubber thing. This is the same idea with the sponge over here. And I don't know how long it's going to last. If it lasts a year, this is a great deal. If it lasts longer, you get yourself a bargain. This is a bottle brush. I'm going to use this on the glass. We'll test it out, see if I replace the stuff I have. Sorry about wasting all the water, but we just, it's raining now and we're out of a drought, so we can waste all the water. There's no climate change. Isn't that right, Donald? So, what we're going to do first is, as I normally do, I use the sponge, like we all, and I use this thing. That's held up pretty good over the last couple of years. What I want to try first is I want to try this. Let's try this and see how this works. See if I like it for a scrubby brush, popping out the soap. So we'll get the plate, we'll squeeze the handle. There's a little button over here. Wow, it popped out a lot of soap, really. Is that soap? That pops out a lot of soap. Now, it takes a while to get used to this stuff, because if you're used to using a sponge, then it's very awkward to start doing this. But when you do it, it really is a lot better. It's a lot easier. So it's awkward, but you get a cleaner plate. Believe me, you get a cleaner plate using this. You're certainly not going to use this on China. I mean, come on. I mean China, not the country. You're not going to use this on China, because this is a big, bulky brush. But I'm not even concerned about removing the slime or anything that was on that plate, because I know it already took it off. So that's the neat thing about using something like this. Let's try the sponge attachment now. The attachment. Alrighty, so we've got this, and this is the same kind of handle. It's no different, and I'm sure it's going to pop out a chunk of soap like the other one did. Oh, I see. So it's coming out of the bottom. That's what's happening. I thought it was shooting through the bristles. No can do. Okay, so little squeeze. Get a lot. Oh, this is neat. This is really neat. And this is even better for me than the brush, because this feels like using a sponge, but you're holding the handle, and it's also this has got some scrubbing. So if you have some sensitive platos, that's plates in El Espanol, yeah, this is good. I like it. I'm happy I bought it. I bought this thing. I'm so busy making YouTube videos and doing reviews, and then I go over and I visit my mom every day. I bring the dog, so I had a rescue dog for about a year and a half, and I used to have lots of time, lots of freedom, did what I wanted all the time, but now I spend a lot of my time visiting Mom every day, which I did before, but I visit her almost every day. And I've got the dog, and the dog, I can't get on my bike and ride for 4 or 5 hours now. I got a dog that needs to walk maybe 4 or 5, 6 times a day. So it's kind of changed life a little bit. Since I bought this thing, I shouldn't be wasting this water. I know. You're supposed to fill up your sink. Please don't message me about wasting water. I'm only doing it for the video. I normally don't let the water run when I'm washing. So I really like this handle idea a lot. And again, this would be for the scrubbing mode. But I let the dog eat off of regular plates too. And yeah, the sponge is really good, but sometimes I'll rinse it and I'll say, is that a little slimy? Is that dog spit on there? And it isn't. It's just the smooth, shiny, clean plate. But I'm always a little unsure. So using something like this now, I feel a lot better. So I bought this thing, as I was saying, over and over and over, and I haven't finished my sentence, or my thought. I bought this about 3 months ago. Well, we're in March right now. I bought this in, I think I bought this one they had, I went to my first, what did they call that, Black Friday? Is it Black Friday? The Christmas, I don't know if I bought, yeah, I bought this during Christmas time. And I just went crazy in the store. I went in there and spent about $900 in 30 minutes. And then 3 days later, I returned almost half of it, and another week later, I returned almost the other half. And by the time I was done, okay, so let's do half a plate with that. Oh God, I haven't squeezed the button yet, and it's still holding a massive amount of soap. And it was even sitting in the sink. Yeah, this was really a neat item. And I'm impressed. So I kept this in like out of $800 or $900, like $850 some dollars. I think I kept about $40 worth of stuff. And this was one of them. And it's just been sitting on the floor in my pile of things to do a video review of. And here we are. Okay, so let's go over, and this would be incredible if this had a soap thing in it, which obviously, oh, that glass is a little stinky because it's been filled up with some water for a while. So this was, I was telling you I had some of the other things. Ow, little itchy nose over there. Where's my, I'm trying to find my brush. I have a square brush on the counter. Maybe I threw out my other brush? I don't see it here. I guess maybe I did. Maybe I threw out the round brush because it was just all nasty. But I think this is smaller. I could be wrong, but it feels smaller than the standard brush. But I like I can get it in. I like that I can get it in there. Now, I like when the brush like this starts losing the bristles at the tip. That's when it's time to replace it. Because the advantage of something like this is you can get into, oh, I had like a Michigan accent when I had accent, when I said advantage. Okay, so that's a Michigan accent. So the advantage of having a brush like this, it makes it so easy to go into a glass. Well, let's try this out and see how this works. This, I could totally get into this over a sponge. Yeah, that's a little bit sharp. That's that could do some scraping on some of your plates, but let's face it, when's the last time anybody watching a video out here bought a plate? Everyone's plate is all scratched up. Okay, so this glass has been filled up for a day. Everyone's using the same stuff, so it's not going to matter if you scratch it up. This is not going to fit into there. Obviously, this is not going to fit into there without breaking it. This is totally cool. And let's go back over to this. I think over this and this, I might not use this much as I thought. But it's smaller. It makes it easier. You really get stuff clean with this. Whereas with a sponge, I'll tell you something that most of you probably don't know. It is a fact. It's a known fact. A kitchen sponge has more bacteria. Ooh, this is dirty on the bottom from the creamer. There's creamer in there from the tea, which I'm able to remove with this brush. A kitchen sponge has more bacteria than a toilet does. That is nasty. And what is even worse is that people, okay, so we're going to use the brush again. What's even worse, people go out, take the sponge, they wash their dishes with it, they get all this junk on there, they let it sit out for the day, they don't dry it out because nobody dries out a sponge. It sits there with all that dirt and bacteria in a warm room. Okay, so this now is a thing when I'd want to go in and use the sponge, so I could hold this carefully and get in there and do my cleaning and not worry about it breaking. So you leave your sponge out over a couple hours and it grows incredible amounts of bacteria. Boy, have I wasted so much water. I feel terrible. No. And then you take that sponge and you wipe your counter and you spread the bacteria all over the counter. This is what people do. And then you go and clean the sink. I mean, you wipe your sink, or maybe you wipe your kitchen table before you eat your dinner. You wipe down the table or the counter for the kids or the family, and you just spread all that bacteria all over the countertop that you're going to put a slice of bread on, or on your table that you're going to put your food on, and it is gross. Let's try this out on the dog dish. Love this. The dog dish going there with the sponge. I don't really like doing that as much. It's a lot easier, but then it kind of stops on the... I just like using the bristles because you get a better clean. You know that it's getting into the particles and the cracks and crevices, and see, you're spreading all this bacteria all over the place, and you don't realize it. That is why they say when you are making chicken or turkey or any other thing which could have salmonella in it. Oop! Did this just break it? Oh, no, it didn't break on me. The brush came out. Oh, kind of cool. Okay, so it threads on. Not much of a thread. So when you're making turkey or chicken, you're supposed to take it right out of the package, put it in the pan. You don't even want to put it in the sink and wash it. You don't want anything splattering. You don't want the bacteria going in the sink. But you take that thing, you take your sponge and you wipe it down, and now you get salmonella all over your sponge, and you wipe everything down. So you're not going to wipe down your kitchen sink with this. Not at all. This is splattering water when I use that. I like this. I really like this. It definitely makes the water splatter, but for me, I'm getting a good clean and I'm happy. So I'm going to be happy using all of them. I'll keep them all out. Some of you people that freak out about keeping stuff out on your counter or your sink, you can see I'm one of those people that's not like that, because I have this stuff sitting in here for days. Whoops, just bumped the tripod leg. Gotta get all the dog bowls out of here. Alright, so everything's falling all over the place. Let's try this on a pan. With a pan, I'm definitely not going to use this because I don't want to scratch the thing. Press that button a little bit. Lots of soap comes out. A lot of soap. You might be going through a lot more soap than you're used to. So in this case, maybe I want to just do the sponge to get it, to clean it. I made eggs in this thing 2 days ago, but I wanted to save it for the video, so I wasn't able to wash it. I just had it sitting out. See the things I do for my viewers? Alright, so now we're going to try silverware. Let me turn the water down. This is I've wasted like 10,000 gallons of water in this climate change era with the Green Deal and everything. So everybody's watching this and no one's going to leave me likes. This, I got some egg on there, and holding it from the behind, I can get the pressure, I can get it cleaned. Otherwise, I'd be going there with the sponge. So I definitely like that. Let's turn this a little bit. Dog is watching me. This is kind of difficult. So I've got the egg on here. With this, it's easier for me to use the sponge and just get in there and clean this thing. All right. Would I use any of these? This I like for cleaning the silverware. Probably more than if I was using the sponge. I would not use the green thing on there, because this has a finish on it. Not that I'm worried about it. I don't think it would damage it. So, yeah, I like this. We're going to try out the knives in a minute and see how that works. Let's try this out and see how it would feel on it. Does it feel abrasive? It feels like it's really cleaning is what it feels like. But if you have dried particles between the fork, yeah, I like this a lot. The whole kit is really neat. I think I've been watching, this video's probably been going for 15 minutes now. Do I really spend 15 minutes at a time washing all my dishes? Wow. Okay, so with a knife, go that way. I like that. But how do I feel about using the brush? The brush, I know that it's removing It's sliding over and removing anything that's stuck on there, but I feel better using this. So, I don't know if I'm going to get any comments. I don't know if anybody's watched this long. Does anybody watch this long? People usually watch the videos and then they have a lot of insults and comments. That's what people like, ooh, that's a dirty knife. Okay, so this will be a good test. That is a dirty knife. That was used to cut some carnitas. That's been dried on for a while so I could make the video. And it is not removing anything. Now let's go in there and try the brush. This stuff really caked on there. And the brush took it off a lot better, but this is caked on, and this is obviously not going to help either. And that is when you go in there with the sponge and you do a grip, and you go, nice and clean. So people like to leave really nice comments. I'm going to use the sponge for the knife with the blade facing away. And they also leave really nice comments. Some people leave just the sweetest, most incredible comments. And there have been a few people that said, yeah, give me your PayPal. You're a cool person. And I want to thank you with a donation. Or I want to thank you for saving me time. Or I want to thank you for educating me. Or I've got $1 million and you're just the kind of person I want to give it to. So you just never know. We're all used to doing this. Oops. With the sponge. Okay, I added that comment. With the sponge. So it might be a little hard to get away from doing this because we're also used to going back and forth and cleaning. But look at this, and that's kind of nasty. That is going in the garbage after I finish with this. It's got dirt inside there, the bristles are falling apart. In fact, it just went in the garbage can. You don't do it now, you're not going to do it. This is really neat. I do like this. I like the whole set. I'm a happy guy. So you've only got one other thing to test out, but this is going to take up a ton of my counter space. That's okay. Because that's why you have a counter, so that you can use it. People in life, they go out and they buy things, and they're like, hey, you can't have that out. It's going to look messy. If you use it, let it be messy. If you live a good, happy life, you've got things and you use them. If you're a hoarder, you got things sitting around and you don't use them. If you're lazy, you have things sitting around with dust all over them. Well, it might be me. But you can't always put things away. So you keep your everything's really clean. It looks nice. I'm very happy. Okay, I gotta wash that. That was sitting on the counter. Okay, so this package, I'm very happy about my package that I just bought. Oh, we got this. Okay, so with something like this, you could do this. Or you could do this, which this is just a great, I like this. This is like using a sponge on a stick. And this is if you have stuff on there that your sponge isn't taken off, all my dishes are clean and happy. So we only have one more item that I need to test out. Everything is washed. I'm going to get this out of the way. Yeah, this is just going to take a massive amount of space. Not sure if it's going to leak soap all over. That's okay. I'll leave these things out. I'm going to use them, so I don't have anybody here telling me what to do, how to clean my place. Let's try this brush, rub in the sink. Hey, let's put this in the drain. Perfect size for the drain to go in there and go, oh yeah, I'm cleaning that. All right, let's use this sponge over here to get rid of that stain. That didn't really take off the stain. Let's try the sponge. Even the sponge isn't taking off that stain. So overall, the whole kit is pretty awesome. And we've got one last item. I'm trying to find it. We've got this thing. I think this is not made for, what did it say, a strainer or a stopper? Does it have a... Okay, so we've got that. We've got that for the straining and this for the stopping. Is it going to work? The sink is filling up. And we push it down. It's straining, it works. Now, the final test, I want to go over to the disposal side, which I do not have a cover for, because I think it's a little different size. I might be wrong, but we're going to close this up, and with this camera, I got gloves on my hands, so I can't really touch the camera eye. Let me get over here, get the gloves. All right, hold on. I got to dry off my hands so I can do this. I'm going to move stuff out of the way. That's good enough. This is going to be very difficult to finish off the video, but let's go over here and waste a little bit more water. We're going to get the soap to go down the drain, and I have a disposal, so it's the standard size disposal, probably the same size as the one on the right. But I mostly have strainers. I use strainers, so I don't have to worry. I don't put anything down the drain. Nothing goes down the disposal, so I don't have to worry about messing up the piping system in this place. And I just want to get rid of the soap over here. I want to try this thing out now and see how does this work. It fits over the sink really well. It's a strainer. Don't have to worry about anything going down. The water drains down really well. And let's try out the stopper now. It works. Item number on this setup, what did I say it was? Yeah, I can't even read it. 1050071. It is the Polder 7-piece kitchen and brush set. What you don't see that I just showed you earlier was 2 additional brushes. There is more than enough stuff in this package that it will last you easily for 6 months to a year, and probably a lot more before you have to worry about replacing. For the price, you can't beat it. It's a really good deal. It's a great product. I am thrilled. Oh my God, this video says 22 minutes, so this whole thing total went like 25 minutes. If you got to the end of this video, thank you. I'm impressed. I'm happy. Leave a comment, and I'll leave you a thank you very much for getting to the end. I don't think anybody got to the end of this, but if you did, thanks for watching.